What is going on, everybody? Back on at that time of the week again. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 22. I think we have one more episode for the season after this, and then that's it. I'm assuming, like typical shonen, there has to be some kind of like calm down, some deep breath, some wrap up summary clarity that springboards us to next season. So I'm assuming either this episode, halfway through this episode, by the end of this episode, like this will be done, and by done I guess maybe just the fake Geto ends up leaving, because if he stays I really just don't know how this ends. Ended off with Mahito, just pissing down his leg, all that type of shit. I did get, we did have discussions in the comments, like he is technically still just a child, as far as like being alive type things, but he's got all this immense power. But it's interesting though, because some of the things he was saying to Yuji, maybe not last episode, but the episode before, about like how now he seems to be a little sadistic with it, because Mahito seems to maybe get a little bit of enjoyment out of it, and Yuji just kind of sees it as like, oh, it has to be done, like they're cursed, I'm human. But like Yuji kills curses and doesn't even think about it. How many do you think he's killed? Hundreds at this point? He can't even count, he doesn't know. And it's like the same thing against Mahito. Like if we're warring against each other, humans mean nothing to him. So like, but I don't think like Mahito has this crazy like idealistic view of the world, and it's like, hey, you know what? I think I side with him. But I mean, you can see the side that he's coming from. I mean, it'd be like if you were watching a zombie movie and all of a sudden there was a conscious zombie and he starts speaking. It's like, hey, humans kill all the zombies I know all the time. Why does that make that okay? So, I mean, Mahito was spitting a little bit of facts, like, y'all kill curses, I kill humans, why is everybody so upset? So I think there's going to be three options that ends up happening with Mahito at the end of this. So we saw the Fake Geto show up, right? Either Fake Geto doesn't help him, it says, like, show me, you're strong, get out of this yourself, and Yuji does end up having to cleanse him, or Yuji actually ends up putting him down. He gets revenge for Nanami, for Nobara, for all the other humans that he's killed, for Toto's hand, all of it, just done. Geto does save Mahito, gives him some curse energy, just ends up shooing Yuji off, because Yuji can't deal with that right now at the moment. And then he just kind of like collects Mahito, collects who's ever left. They just like go through a portal, walk in, walk out, like however they plan to leave this situation. He's got the Rubik's Cube of Gojo in his pocket. He collects Mahito because that seems to be probably the strongest curse he's got going right now. I would assume, because I don't know what he's got left in his arsenal. I mean, he came here with like his top generals, at least that we've seen as a viewer on screen, and every single one of them has been killed. Not just like, oh, a little bit, like all of them have been killed. Hanami killed, Jogo killed, and if he loses Mahito, because you could say he still has Choso, but Choso just seems like he's getting revenge for his brothers. He's not really about like this curse versus human type thing. So I could see he could. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up working for the humans by the time this is all done. But what Fake Geto came with, like they're all gone, and then he lost Dogon or whatever Dugong water Pokemon. He lost that one too. So like he came with his deck, and the deck has been depleted. So if he doesn't protect Mahito or take him with him, I guess my third option, so it's either Yuji ends up putting him down, Geto ends up saving him and they leave, or he absorbs him, takes him in, which I'm curious, like, because he absorbs him, which means Mahito can still be used. He just brings Mahito back out, and it's like, holy hell, we haven't seen it really yet. Like, I don't know if it's like an Orochimaru Kabuto reanimation jutsu type thing. But when he brings these cursed spirits back out under his control after he consumes them, can he give them their own consciousness? That would be, imagine like he just absorbs Mahito, which essentially does save him. And then when he brings Mahito back out, it's still the same personality, or is it just going to kind of be this like dead drone Mahito that follows commands? Because part of what makes Mahito such a great, probably villain of the year maybe, is the personality, how he eggs on and just keeps digging at him. So those are my three options. Which one we'll get, we'll see. Mei Mei, what's up with that? Because if he's here, then she's defeated. Now I don't know if she's killed, could be. And then I got clarification on like why Toto can't be rehealed. So essentially, I guess with the reverse curse technique and all the healing, like the essence of your body still needs to be there for it to heal. Now I don't know like how that works, because like it's still an arm there, so it's like, okay, can you not just grow an arm? But essentially if you're damaged on a soul level, if that part of your soul is gone, because I mean that's a big talking point of like Jujutsu Kaisen, is like soul, what comes first, like the soul or the body, the soul. But it looks like if your soul takes damage, that part can't be healed. So if I got my soul damaged and it damaged my leg, I guess my leg soul or whatever you want to talk, and that leg's gone, that leg can never be healed. Like that part can never be regrown back with reverse curse technique, I think is what I've got. So that's why Todo is never going to be able to use his technique again, because he'll never be able to get that part of his arm healed again, because it was destroyed on like a soul level. So he's never going to be able to grow that back ever. And I've been told that like, this is it for Todo, by the way. Like, wave your goodbyes now, because we don't see him again. At least what I've been told manga-wise, that like, this was his last kind of hurrah. He's rarely mentioned or doesn't even show up after this point, which kind of sucks, because he was probably my top 5 favorite characters. So we'll see. We've been going on for 6 minutes. There's a lot to kind of end the arc here. It's been a crazy season. We talked about this in the live stream that we did when we ranked all the anime. I saw that they did anime of the year votings and stuff, and Vinland Saga season 2 ended up winning it. And I don't have a problem with that. I think if you wanted to say Jujutsu Kaisen, I could see that, but there's still a couple episodes left. But if you wanted to say Vinland Saga season 2, I won't fight you on that. I don't know what you count Attack on Titan as, like that. Like, are we counting that like finale? Are we counting that as like a season, or kind of like its own special? Because that would probably be the top rated for me. But if we're not counting that as like an anime season or whatever, I probably would go Vinland Saga and then Jujutsu. But oh man, let's see what we got. He makes a really strong point, because with Gojo around, you think that keeps the Sukuna within him. Oh, I don't blame him for that statement, because like I said, okay, we have Gojo. Gojo keeps an eye on him. That can keep. Was that about to go how I thought that was about to go? He's got a teleportation technique. Yeah, so that's the only way she got out of there. Oh! So is she just like done? Like, is she no longer like on call? Does she no longer help? Just say like, do you not like when I'm inappropriate with you, little brother? And he's like, no, I love, as the phone rings. You're grown at like a grown-ass woman. But then also like, does she not plan to go back? Yuji is not equipped for this, bro. He is not equipped for this fight at all. Especially where his current probably energy levels are at. But even at full strength, like he's fully healed, no damage. We can't end it. We can't have this fight. Did he just try to? Did he just try it? And now you're getting consumed. Dang! I mean, he forced his hand. He tried it. Why did he just do that? Dang, I wanted Mahito to like come back. I mean, the strength that he's gained from this fight, like unlocking the black flashes and, you know, the domain usage and everything, he would have came back such a fluffing problem that I wanted him to come back. We saw the rampage and the killing he could do already, just barely having barely any powers over his skills. So I wanted him to like stay in the fight, stay in the world. Why did he try that? What? He tried it. Like, did I miss something in trans? Like, why did he? Of course I'm gonna consume you after that. Well, she got there. I mean, what are these kids gonna do? Let's be honest. Give them their moment, because they haven't been on screen the entire season, but like, what are y'all doing? Let's be honest, what are you guys actually doing? Not a damn thing. The girl brought her blicky out. She's got a classic, like, 1942 revolver. I'm not expecting anything from these kids at all. It's just a cool moment to give them screen time. I mean, there's one episode left in the entire season. Let's not make you forget about these characters, guys. But I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm still confused on the whole Uzumaki part, but what is happening? I mean, that, I don't know how durable Chick is there, but that was point blank. I was about to say, y'all were gonna get killed. I had to come out. What the hell? Holy shit. Yeah, this is over. Yeah, it's over. We're collecting our dead. Y'all are saying a bunch of names. He's the one that started the cursed womb shit. He's the one over here experimenting with shit. He's the one that was experimenting with human women and getting them pregnant by curses and shit, right? Oh, he's heating that thing up too. Girl, you better move. She blocked it. She's palming it, by the way. Holy shit, how strong is she, though? How strong is Choso? Holy shit. So you're telling me Yuji never had it. Yuji did never have a chance, by the way. If it wasn't for getting locked up in the bathroom with some water, Yuji gets dusted 10 minutes earlier. Is he in a flying manta ray? Can we talk about the girl palming that, by the way? It went right through Yuji's arm. And the one he just spit out right there looked like it had 10 times the pressure of whatever he hit Yuji with. He's trying to go for a snipe. Oh, sweet Jesus. Some triple Rashomon shit he just dropped. He slices through it. Does Choso die here? Or, like, they're giving him a lot of screen time, and you know he's not going to kill either of them, so, like, what happens here? Does Fake Geto just leave? I'd love to... Oh, God. I'd love to see Choso, like, fly around on his blood like he's Gaara on top of sand or some shit. Oh, he is! Semi. But he's using it to, like, propel himself in the air. Oh, shit. He just got hit with some Yatamura shit. Is Choso going to get the second best fight in the entire season? Because he's involved in the first one already. Yeah, I don't know about this, buddy. Oh! I give him props for trying. And we know Choso's got decent hand-to-hand. You saw what he was able to do with Itadori, but this is just too much. Fake Geto's not getting defeated here, so... Ice! Busted. Busted. All you had to say was ice, and I already knew what the deal was. Instant. 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 I was about to say, how is she... Because she personally knows Sukuna. So either she's extremely old or there's some kind of connection there. Like, what's going on here? I mean, he's not going to kill all of them. Some of y'all need to back up before Todoroki freezes you all to death and then Okaji comes in and hits you with the 1-2 combo. What is happening? Oh, shit! Look who decides to show up. The original special grade. Where have you been? Yuki? Yuji? Yuta? Oh, that was... I don't know. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to start right now. It just doesn't stop. The shit does not stop. Yeah, great episode. Great episode. I don't know. And again, like I said, if you want to try to keep these kids relevant a little bit, you got to give them a little bit of screen time, but like these kids aren't doing anything. They're just in the way. They are collateral damage that is just in the way. But the thing is, like, nobody here is worth anything. It's not like Gojo's out here fighting and we're here like trying to help him, and then like so Gojo's got to work on like protecting us as fighting because we're too weak to give him any support. Problem is, everybody here is on the same kind of like middling level. And I would say, okay, maybe Yuji would be the strongest, but not at his current state. Everyone's at this kind of like low mid-tier level. Maybe could fight like semi-grade 1 curses, slightly less, maybe. So nobody here has overwhelming power to do anything. So we're all just kind of like spitballing these attacks that are never going to do anything. And not only are you dealing with the Fake Geto, Uraume, I don't know. And again, because that was, I think I asked that question when she first showed up, when Sukuna took over the body. She knows who Sukuna is. So how old is she? Again, because I don't think there'd be any human currently alive that would have had any relation with him that would still be able to be alive, just given old age. But the ice is pretty dope. Ice is always a great ability in any Todoroki, Okuji, here. Like it's always great. You know, ice powers are always great and pretty busted. Pretty busted. I would love to see Choso and her go one-on-one. Now, Choso's probably too weak, but if you could get Choso like to her level, whatever that would require, I'd love to see them run the 1v1. So the Mei Mei, there's two questions with, there's two concerns with Mei Mei. Are you a grown-ass woman having sexual relations with your little brother? Like, you're the one in charge here. She specifically said, and it got cut off due to the phone call, so you know what's being implied. She said, oh, you don't like it when I'm inappropriate? And he follows up with, oh no, of course not. I love it when you're, and then that was essentially the conversation, and the conversation cuts off because she has a phone call. She's the one laying in bed naked with her little brother. But the thing is, like, what does that add to the story? Like that specific plot. What does that add? What does her having an incest relation with her little brother do for the plot of the story going forward? For anybody, and then for those two specifically. Now, if you say in the future that like their bond and their love for each other accelerates their powers or his powers or something like that, okay. But like, as a writer, you wrote that. Like, you wrote that storyline in there. So my follow-up question would be like, for what what is that for? I'm sure that's going to be all over Twitter, all over YouTube, all over people's comments of like, what is the purpose of that relationship? Like, what does it add to the story? Other than just like, if you're a Mei Mei fan, like, I don't know how you can still be a Mei Mei fan. Like, are you trying to shit on her as a character? From an author's perspective, I guess, why are you writing her in that light and having them have that relationship? Them having that relationship equals question mark. Maybe we'll find it in the future. It ends up being a benefit. I don't know. Wild. Interesting. Head scratching. But then to follow up with her on screen there for a little bit, she's talking to somebody. So she teleported the F out of there. She straight up, and it sucks is like, because I wanted to see it. I don't know if it was shown in the manga. Do we not see any of their fight at all? She's specific, like, cause she's pretty damn strong. It looks like she's probably like on the buffer of like what a special grade sorcerer could be, but it's like not there. So I would like to see that fight. She straight up says, you know, we had to get out of there. I almost got killed. And that it was just left there. So that's just going to be an off-screen thing. And the next time we see her is in bed naked with her little brother. Like, that's all we get. The whole thing, it's disappointing that we didn't get to see any of that fight. And then what they're doing with her character is just a little... But yeah, so she just dips, right? I can understand like leaving somewhere and like regrouping and, you know, alerting people that might not be in this situation, like other sorcerers that are on like higher ups on authority. Like, here's the situation. I almost got killed. Blah blah blah. Here's the status. Gojo's been sealed. Blah 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 blah. We need to do this, this, this. Get this in action. Whatever. Like the way they wrote that in there, she just looks like she's just like over it, just kind of like giving up on the whole sorcerer thing, Shibuya things, not my concern. Yeah, Jujutsu high, good luck, boy. Like whatever y'all got to do, I'm out. So I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if she's still involved in this. Like, I don't know, because for her to just leave and be like, oh man, she got like the closest. They just like go to a hotel, get room service, and she's just hanging out, knowing what's going on. I don't know, that whole thing of like, what's her purpose now, and then what's the purpose of that storyline? Who knows? And then, so the Fake Geto, which I'm guessing just got clarified there, is the original. He was a sorcerer, supposedly the worst of the worst because what he was doing. But that's specifically him, the one that was creating the cursed womb spirits, which I guess essentially was he was figuring out some way to get women pregnant by curses. So they would be these hybrid best of both. I mean, every storyline, you always try to get like hybrids going on. And if like they're like the strongest combo, if you can get human or whatever mixed with whatever, and they ends up being like the strongest thing. So I don't know if that's what he was going for when he was doing that. But that's him in there. Word on the street. And then with the whole Itadori thing, like, are they like Choso made a very compelling argument. Like, they were like, are they really like Itadori has no idea, so of course he's gonna say no. But are they? Like, Yuji has very high levels of above human strength, human speed, etc. Maybe you are, or maybe whoever Choso's mother is, whoever the woman was that he was experimenting on, maybe that's that human descendant is related to Yuji. I have no idea where that's going. Mahito, did I miss something on screen? Like, did Fake Geto say something that triggered Mahito that would have triggered like the other curses that were helping him? So he's like, oh, you were using us or whatever, and just like tried to go get him. Like, I don't know if I missed a subtitle there, but the way I saw it is it looked like he just tried to catch the jump on him. Like, what's that about? Why? What? He straight up tried to like idol transfigure his ass. Which at that point, I don't blame the like. I would be tied if Fake Geto was just like, oh, you're useless to me. Consume, eat. But Choso, I mean, Mahito tried it. So I don't blame him for protecting himself and essentially absorbing. Now, the whole Uzumaki thing, is he saying essentially that, like, you can put multiple curses into, like, one, I guess, bomb attack? It loses its, I guess, specificity. Like, if he brings Mahito out, he can then use Mahito's ability of, like, the idol transfiguration, this, that, and that. Can he make those curses also domain expand, too? That'd be a whole other thing. But the way I got it, he said the Uzumaki, like if he absorbed Hanami, Jogo, Mahito, the Uzumaki puts all three of, I guess, their potential cursed energy and power together, and essentially just hyper beams it out there, spirit bombs it out there, just like one just nuke attack. Is that what he was getting at, or I missed something there? You guys will explain it. I'll get it. And yeah, that was all that. And then Choso, I mean, Choso's, honestly, to me, he might be top 3 highlight of this season. Sukuna is showing up and doing everything he did is up there. But I think it's in the argument that Choso had the best fight of the entire season with him and Itadori. And to be honest, I don't even think the fight between them was that close. Especially if you removed, like, Itadori. Because that wasn't even Itadori's plan to go in there and try the water. So I think he just waxes Itadori 10 out of 10 times and twice on Sunday. But that was kind of crazy. That was absolutely crazy. And then we leave off with old special grade. Is she the only current active special grade? No. Because she's Yuta. We have Yuji. Wait, what? Hold on. What's her name? I'm missing one. What's the kid's name from the movie? We got Yuta, Yuji. Oh God. Oh, hold on. Let me try to get this. Yuki. Okay. She's Yuki. We have Yuji Itadori. Yuta is the other cursed spirit, and she's Yuki. So we only have 2 active special grade still alive, or still active because Gojo's been captured. And then she showed like, hey, thanks for the help. I don't know if you ever do this kind of thing, but thanks for showing up. Do we get a chance to see her ability? I don't know. There's only one episode left, correct? There's a lot because like the season hasn't come down. We don't know what's the status of like the story and the characters going forward past this season. And then you drop her in. Are you going to give us half the episode to see her ability and then him having to get... there's a lot. That was one of the better episodes, in my opinion. It's up there. Holy shit, that was pretty good. A lot to talk about in that episode. I could ramble on and on. We're already coming up on 40 minutes. I know the longer these videos go, the more people click off, so I don't want to keep it too long. I don't want someone to see 40 minutes and be like, ooh, I don't want to click on that. But yeah, we can have the discussions in the comments. The whole Mei Mei stuff. The Uraume stuff. What is Yuji's relation? Yuki showing up. Mahito getting absorbed. It's like, it's another spit in Itadori's face too, because you didn't even avenge your friends. By the way, you didn't avenge them. Nanami killed. Nobara killed. And all the countless other people that he killed. You didn't even take him out. So, and then, so is that just like the end of Mahito there as well? Because he then came, because he said, you know, once you do the Uzumaki and you kind of use them as that kind of like energy blast, like you're using, like that's it, that's their stores, right? Like it's done. So that's just it for Mahito. I'm assuming he's never going to be summoned again, because I think he just used him for the Uzumaki bomb or whatever, and that's it, right? I don't know. We got a lot there. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And yeah, feel free to leave the comments. We'll see how it goes. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,